And I think that if government was bold, government was courageous, it would tackle some of these issues. And one of those issues is, the issue of, let's take faith-based extremism. We know that by far the biggest challenge we have is Islamist extremism, Islamist terrorism. It's the biggest by quantity, biggest by the number of people harmed, and it's obviously the biggest in terms of the amount of effort that government agencies put into tackling it. It's worth remembering, and I say this in the report, that the largest number of victims of Islamist extremism, and whilst, yes, we're all affected in different ways, but the largest group that are affected are Muslims. And the vast majority of Muslims in the UK are just as disgusted by what is happening, what is done by Islamist extremists, as Christians are disgusted by what Anders Breivik did, 11 years ago, within the Sikh community, who have been, I think, getting away with causing an enormous amount of hurt and trouble, particularly within Sikh communities for a number of years. And seemingly government have done very little about it, even if they knew about it. And very much it sits in the too difficult to do box. The evidence that we had, the call for evidence, the questions that we asked and the people we interviewed, it became abundantly clear that there was a growing and alarming problem with Sikh extremists and pro-Khalistan extremists. For those of you who don't know, Khalistan is an imagined state. It means, I think, land of the pure. I think its borders are coterminous in the Punjab in India, and a lot of the activists who want an independent Sikh state called Khalistan live in the UK or live in Canada and some other countries. And they're very well funded. They're very smart. They're very capable. They have very good production values on their TikTok and YouTube accounts, and they're also very, very problematic. And some of the evidence that we had from Sikhs, many of whom did so under they wanted to remain anonymous because of fears of reprisals, was that they were having their turbans knocked off. That it became a you had to be almost an aggressive pro-Khalistani to be a Sikh. It became a necessary part of your life. If you want a free Khalistan, go ahead, fill your boots. But what you can't do is coerce, abuse, and manipulate others to believe that. And that's where a line is crossed, and something has to be done. And I literally had one parliamentarian in tears telling me that they felt threatened, that their life was being made a misery, that they were being abused.